As we told you, we are talking about the Boston Marathon this morning. We have one local runner from Valdosta. Her name is April Scruggs, and she's actually in Boston this morning at the Boston Marathon. She will be running, I believe her race starts at 10. Good morning, April.
Good morning.
How are you? We're glad that you're joining us this morning. We all want to know, what is the atmosphere like there this morning?
Oh, it's so exciting. It's a beautiful day to run. Just couldn't ask for better weather. We'll probably have a tailwind as we're coming into Boston, which always helps at the end, so to get a little push. But everybody's excited and ramped up, and, mixed emotions, I think, from last year. I finished the race, but a few of my friends did not, so I came back to run with them this year. And we're just all excited. We're ready for a new day and some new memories, and this city's always welcoming to the marathon runners. This is my fourth Boston, but this year especially, I can feel just a sense of really excitement, and like everybody's saying, making new memories. Kind of get rid of those from last year, not forget them, but just have some new ones. So it's really exciting.
What does it mean for you to run this year? I know maybe last year and a couple of years before that it was different, but what does it mean for you this year? Last year, honestly, and this never happens, I didn't remember the race. I mean, I had a great race. I finished, like I said, and I was at the finish line waiting for my friends to finish who I knew were not too far behind me when the bombs went off. So after that, it was, controlled chaos. It was not pandemonium. It wasn't everybody running over each other. Everybody was very calm and trying to get where they needed to get. But we didn't have any communication among myself and my runners, friends up here, so I didn't know where they were and they didn't know where I was. So that was a little bit upsetting for a couple of hours till we reconnected. But this year, we just, after the race, you talk about how the race went and you enjoy a dinner and you celebrate. And, of course, none of that happened last year. And nobody went to bed. And, we stayed up all night. And you run a race and it's like I didn't even run the race. I have to really think hard back to point to the race that I usually love, to remember certain signs that are funny and people cheering for you. And I really have a hard time trying to think back to those. So I hope I have a lot of good ones to talk about tomorrow. Yeah, we hope so too. But I was wondering, on your way to Boston and signing up for this marathon from down here in the South, what was on your mind? What was going through your head?
I was a little bit hesitant. When I got home, I really wasn't sure that I'd come back. I mean, I wanted to, but I just had to let it all sink in. And it took a while. And then, come the fall, you're sort of like, oh, do I do it or do I not do it? And I chose to do it. And I'm glad I did. I had a not-so-great training cycle, so we'll see how today goes. But it's not about a certain time today. It's not about that at all. So I will be honest. When I got here Saturday, I shed some tears. When I left here last year, it was under, worst conditions you can imagine in this great city. It looked like a ghost town. It looked like a third world country. There were bomb squads everywhere, FBI, SWAT team all over my hotel. I couldn't get a cab. I mean, it was just literally a ghost town. There was nobody on the street. I didn't think I was going to get off on my plane. So when I got back on Saturday and it was a beautiful day, it just sort of all hit me because I hadn't been back in a year. So I was, I let the emotions take itself, and then I went to the expo, and, that's just an electrifying environment. Everybody's excited and, taking up their number and taking a bunch of pictures. So hopefully it'll be a great day today.
Yeah, well, we want to wish you good luck in your race, and I'm sure you'll have some great memories. And thank you for joining us this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's head on over to Kelly for some consumer news. Kelly. Welcome back, everyone. Big news today is the Boston Marathon. We have actually a few locals on their way there and running today. We're speaking with one this morning. He is from Tifton. His name is Mike Beeman. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day here in Hopkinton, Mass. It's cool and sunny, and it's just a great day for 37,000 people to take a hike into Boston.
And we were just talking right before we came on air. What is it feeling like out there? What is the atmosphere like right now?
I think everybody's a little bit nervous, and they're excited because, it's it's retribution for last year. A lot of people have emotions pent up, and they wanted to come back to a city that got disturbed last year, and they want to prove their mettle in a marathon.
And you actually ran the marathon last year. You're there again this year. What does it feel like to be going back to Boston? You're on the bus there right now. What's going through your mind? How are you feeling?
Well, it's a celebration for me because I've been doing it for so many years, but it's real special because my daughter Melanie is with me. Now, she's not a runner, but she's here, and that's pretty neat. She's a spectator, and I just left her and wished her well, and she said, "I love you, Dad," and that's pretty neat. And I'm also running with a former student who happens to be the class of 1979, so that's even better. I've reunited with somebody that I taught 35 years ago.
That is fantastic. Is your reason for the run this year different than it was last year due to what happened?
No, my goals have not changed. For me, Boston, I've been running it since 1978. It's the same, get up here and just pray that you get from the start to the finish in one piece. And for me, the goals haven't changed now. Yeah, the security and everything like that went through my mind, and how are we going to handle this? And it's a little bit different with the high security, but something, our world is a changing world.
It is. And I want to ask you, since you were in the marathon last year, how has that marathon impacted your life?
What happened last year?
Yes.
Just put everything in perspective in terms of what's important in life, and life can change in a split second like it did last year. I went from being euphoric and enjoying the marathon and thinking I'm going to finish this thing, and I was probably 4 minutes away from the finish line and got stopped in my tracks because the bomb went off. So life changes very quick.
And right now, you're actually on a bus going to Boston for your run. We were just talking about security measures. You say they are very, very strict this morning.
Absolutely. In order just to get into the athletes' village where you go down to the start, you have to go through a security check similar to what you do in an airport. So they have the airport security wand, and you have to go through, show them your number, and then they basically check what you have, and if they don't like it, they're going to dispose of it. For instance, when you go through airport security, you can't bring drinks and stuff like that. You can't bring huge 2-liter bottles or anything like that. You can't have any metal on you. So I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any last-minute preparations? The race just kicked off a couple of minutes ago for the first heat. Do you have any last-minute preparations this morning?
Just stay cool because it's going to be warm. We actually start at 11. The first wave goes off at 10. And so it's just staying calm and cool and staying hydrated.
All right. Well, you're on a bus right now, so we want to wish everyone on your bus down from the south here a happy run. And to you as well, good luck with your race.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Did you need a shout-out from everybody on the bus?
Can you get them on speaker? Tell them they're on air right now.
Okay. Can you put this on speaker? They're on speakerphone. You go ahead and talk.
Good morning, everyone. We're down here in Albany, Georgia. We want to wish you a happy race this morning in Boston.
Hey, everybody. Could you give us a shout-out? I'm on the radio on Fox 31. Could you give her a shout-out? How excited you are to be running Boston? Let's hear it.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Mike, thank you for joining us this morning. We really do appreciate it, and good luck on your run. But right now we're going to go to a break. We'll be right back.